Hey guys, still working with multiplication, and we're on lesson 5. You should be on page 121 of your workbook. And we've learned several ways now that we can multiply, and we have done partial product where we can stack them by place number, multiplying by place number, and we could go in either direction. We could move left to right or right to left, and that would just flip upside down what our numbers are in the middle. We've also used partial product where we did the boxes where we decomposed the numbers. We made our box and put place values. Then we found our partial products and added them all together. And today we're going to do another way of multiplying. Now, just to get warmed up, we know just some basic math facts. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 20. Anytime we are working with something that is a multiple of 10, 20 times 3. If we're working on something that has a multiple of 10, meaning it ends in zeros, we can multiply the two whole number parts that you see. 3 times 2 is 6. And then how many multiples of 10 do you see? Just the 1, 0. So 20 times 3 is 60. And then when we move to the next one, this one is 3 times 600. So we're still working with the multiples of 10 because it ends in zeros. Anytime it ends in zeros, it's multiples of 10. And again, we can multiply the two whole number parts that we see. 3 times 6 is 18. And how many multiples of 10 do we see? 1, 2. Now, this method only works, again, remember, when you're working with multiples of 10. Anything that ends in zeros can be worked this way. Now, this one, we're not working with multiples of 10, are we? There's no zeros in there, no zeros at the end. So now we're working with our standard whole numbers, and we're going to be using the standard algorithm. That's what this lesson is going to be teaching, standard algorithm. And we'll start with a basic one, just a 3-digit times a 1-digit. When you use the standard algorithm, you always have to start on the bottom right. And you multiply what's on the bottom, starting at the right, times each number on top. So I would do 3 times 3 is 9, and then I move to the next number. 3 times 2 is 6, and then I multiply this times the third number. 3 times 6 is 18. So we have 1,869. Okay, and when we move on to the next page, it wants us to look, we're going to compare two different algorithms. Algorithms is just a process that you use to get your answer. Okay, in this one, Diego worked this like, remember Andre and Claire's method? So Diego took what was the first number on the bottom, and he multiplied it times the first number on top, and that's where he got his 9. Then he moved to the next number, 3 times 2. So, but it's not just a 2. Remember, it's in the tens place, so it would be 3 times 20, which is where he got his 60. And then you have to multiply this number times this number. 3 times 1, but the 1 is in the hundreds place, so it will be 3 times 100 gives us the 300. So that's where Diego got this first set of numbers. And it wants us to compare that to one that Elena did. So first, just looking at the first three, where they got the first three numbers. On Elena's, she came up with a 9, and she came up with a 60. And she came up with her 300, but she had it all within the same grouping. So if you look, she has all the same numbers. They just went in a different order. And if you go on to look for the 60, the 400, and 2000, you'll see that Elena also has worked out these. She's just done them in a different order. But if you look at their final answer, they both get 2,829. So either one of these processes is fine, but there is a way to put both of those processes together, and it creates a much shorter process for you. Okay, so we're going to combine both of their algorithms into what we call just the standard algorithm. This is the one that's used by worldwide. So we would start anytime we have our numbers and they're horizontal, they're going across. You always want to stack those numbers on top of each other. And you always want to put the largest number on top. Always the largest on top. So we're multiplying 412 times 32. Now when we're using the standard algorithm, we always start on the right. So we would multiply what's in the ones place, the first number on the right, times each number on top. You have to multiply it times each place value. So we have 2 times 2 is 4. Then 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So now I've multiplied what's in my ones place times each number up top. Okay, so now I'm going to move to my second number. And my second number is in the tens place. So if I'm going to be working with my second number in standard algorithm, I need to be on the second row under the second number. So we're going to put a placeholder 0 in the ones spot, because now we're working with the digit in the tens place. So we need to be, it's the second number over, second row under the second number, because we're working with our tens place. So we start our multiplication under the tens place. Always put your placeholder 0. Okay, we multiply. Now we have to multiply this number times each number up top. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Now we don't have any other digits on the bottom to multiply times our digits on the top. So we only need the 2 rows, because we were only dealing with 2 digits on bottom. So we have 2 rows. And once we get our rows established from our multiplication, then we add together. Make sure that you're staying under the correct place value. So in the ones place, we have 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So I put my 1 down here, and then we have to do what we call carry. They call that creating another unit. We're just carrying that 1 from the 11 over to the next place value. And then now we have 1 plus 2 is 3. And all we have in the 10,000s place is 1. So our final answer is 13,184. Okay, on the second one. Again, anytime it's going sideways, if it's going across the page and you're multiplying, when you're using standard algorithm, you always need to stack them on top of each other, and always put the largest number on top. So we have 423 times 22. With the standard algorithm, we always start on the right because that's where the ones place is. We always start with the ones place. And we multiply that times each digit in the top number. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So we've multiplied it times each digit on top. So now it's time to move on to what's in the tens place. Now remember, the tens place is the second number over, and we need to be in the second row under the second number. So what are we going to put here? Okay, we need to make sure we put our placeholder 0. Working with the second number, second row, beginning your multiplication under the second number. So now we have to multiply what's in the tens place times each digit on top. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Since we only had the 2 digits on bottom, we know that we're only supposed to have 2 rows. So we draw our line and then we add. We add what's in each place value. So it's important to make sure you get them lined up under one another. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we put the 0 here and then we carry that 1. This is the 1 that goes with the 10. So we have our 0, carry our 1. So then we have 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 4 is 13. And we would again have to carry our 1. So now we have 1 plus 8 is 9. So our final answer is 9,306. Okay, so that wraps up for today. And again, we've just taken our algorithms and put them together. Always stack them, large number on top, smaller number on bottom. And we can do one more. Let's do one more. So if I gave you 394 times 18. Anytime that they're written across, always go to the side if you're going to use standard algorithm and stack them on top of each other. Always putting the largest number on top. Okay, with standard algorithm, we start on the right because we start with the ones place, and we multiply what's in the ones place times each digit on top. So we would have 8 times 4 is 32. So we would have to carry that 3 because it's 32. 8 times 9 is 72 plus 3 is 75. So we would have to carry a 7. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 7 is 31. Okay, now we're working with the number that's in the tens place, and that's the second digit over, so we need to be in the second row with our multiplication starting under the second number. Second, second, second. So we put our placeholder 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. And then we add to get our final answer. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10, so we put the 0 here and carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Okay, so our final answer is 7,092. All right, there is a cool down and a worksheet out there for you. You can just do the worksheet, pull it up on your Chromebook, then just work them out on paper using the standard algorithm this time. And you'll turn them into the basket when you get back. Thanks. Bye-bye.